Hello, and welcome to Legislative Report. I'm State Representative Dan Maul of the 91st District in Adams County. One of my greatest pleasures as an elected official is to talk to school students about their state government and how it works. I also like to share the story of an average citizen who took decades of real-world experience to the state capitol to try to make a difference and to explain that the same opportunity exists for each of them. My latest school visit was to the St. Vincent de Paul Catholic School in Hanover, where a group of bright and enthusiastic students got a hands-on lesson in how a bill becomes a law. It's your turn. You're going to help make a new law. What I'd like to do is to ask you guys on this side, and we'll call you the right side and we'll call you the left side, simply because that's where you are to me, okay? And we'll say, does anyone on the right side of this house body have a good idea for a new rule? Yes?
4 hours of school.
4 hours of school, okay. Does anyone else have an idea? And what's your idea, young man?
School should be paid on how the students are getting their education.
Now that's a provocative thought there. Schools should be paid based on the quality of your education.
Yes.
Okay, keep that in mind. 4 hours, schools paid based on quality of education.
45 minutes of recess.
And 45 minutes of recess. Okay, keep those thoughts in mind. Do you guys on this side have an idea for a new rule in the school?
Harsher punishments for offenders of school walls.
Harsher punishment for offenders of the rules of the school. Okay. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
More school sports.
More school sports. Okay. Anyone else? One more from this side. Don't let them beat you. They got 3. Come on. Somebody? Okay. All right. You guys over here, what do you think, by a show of hands? More school sports and harsher punishment. By a show of hands, who wants to see harsher punishment? We kind of thought that was going to be the answer. And a show of hands, more school sports. Okay. So this side almost unanimously says more school sports. Okay, now we're back over here. What were your ideas? Yours was pay the schools as per the quality of their education. 45 minutes of recess and
4 hours of school.
4 hours of school. Okay. By show of hands, 4 hours of school. Okay. What was yours? 45 minutes of recess. Show of hands. You can only vote once here. You can't have them all. We're trying to pick one. And schools to be paid based on the quality of education. Wow, I didn't count them. That was pretty close. Recess. Okay. So longer recess. And what was yours?
More school sports.
More school sports. Okay. There's 2 different ideas. So this is going to be tough because this is something everybody's going to want. But I'm going to play the governor in this little bill-making process. And also I'm going to be the speaker and your committee chairman a little bit. All right. So we've got longer recesses. So as the speaker or chairman of your committee, let's talk this out. Who all thinks that their parents think that longer recesses would be the right thing to do? Can you stand up and tell us why? Convince us all that a longer recess is a good idea. You didn't have to leave, but that's okay. You can come.
I'll stand up here.
That's all right.
Okay, a longer recess would be a good idea because you would burn off all your extra energy and you could be more focused and not like doze off or daydream in class. It'd be helpful to get you ready and prepared for everything you're going to do that school day.
So I think it's time to take a vote on that particular bill. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, by a show of hands, who all thinks that a longer recess is a new rule for the school? Show of hands. Okay, we have a few. Now another show of hands, and you can only vote once here, who doesn't think that that would be a good idea? I would almost have to say that the no's outnumber the yeses on that one. Are we all in agreement there? So that bill never made it to the governor. It was defeated right in the House of Representatives, which is what you guys are. Now, what was our other one? We had longer recesses and more sports. Come on up here, since it's your bill.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. And you convince all of us that having more sports in your school is a good idea, and why it's a good idea.
Okay, most people play more sports than just basketball and volleyball, and I think more people should have the opportunity to play more than just 2 sports. So
you want more than just basketball and volleyball. Now, is there any debate on that? Anyone else have something to say? Something positive, something negative?
I think we should have more school sports. Instead of having 3 hours of practice, maybe 2 hours of practice at nighttime or right after school so you have time to do your homework and projects.
But you think we should have more sports because?
Yes. It will be more activities for our school.
More kids can get involved. Okay, yes. I see.
I do think it's a good idea to give a more variety of sports so people have a bigger variety of, so they can play more. They get a bigger team instead of having 2 sports, which would get kind of bland after a while.
I see, okay.
2 sports, they're kind of alike, and then we need something different because we have just basketball and volleyball.
So you're saying more sports, but we should have maybe baseball or soccer?
Like something different.
Something different, okay.
I also think that we should have more school sports because, well, you have some people kind of like me and probably other people as well that stink at certain sports, but maybe they're really good at something else like hockey or soccer or a whole bunch of other stuff.
Okay.
Sorry. And, but never mind.
So you think it would be a good idea to add more sports so that children that don't excel at just those 2 sports that you have might be able to have a sport that they would excel in? Okay, I understand.
I think there should be more sports because it's more like hand-hand coordination thing like that, you know, where you learn how to do more things with your mind.
Okay.
Stuff like that, and raise school spirit.